All right. What up? I was tripping on this Max B Danza Project clip that came out yesterday about him kind of admitting to snitching. I didn't really know a lot about the case, so I was like, all right, let me go back and review it for a little bit. When I was looking, I found this old news clip that kind of breaks it all down and how it happened, so let's just trip out on it.
Authorities in Bergen County say they've solved the murder at a hotel in Fort Lee. 1 week ago today, police were called to the Holiday Inn on Route 4. A man was shot to death. It's a tale of money laundering, prostitution, and 2 separate robbery plans. That is our top story heading into 5 o'clock. News 12 New Jersey Sheriff.
Because they said 2 different robbery plans. Like, you ever seen that movie, like a movie or a contest where they go searching for like $1 million and it's like a scavenger hunt or whatever? It's like a hood scavenger hunt, kind of. Like, well, why would the guy have $30,000 on him in a hotel when he's meeting up with a prostitute? I don't get it. Don't make sense to me.
Hensley is at the courthouse in Hackensack. Surely a lot of people have been arrested in this strange case of robbery and murder.
Della, you cannot make this kind of stuff up. A total of 9 people are under arrest today. Now, this case involves 2 separate groups of people, each with their eye on $30,000. In the end, the first group beat the second group to the punch.
See, that's a trip. This whole time we've been hearing about it, we thought it was Max B, the stepbrother, and the girl. Now come to find out, there was a total of 9 people going after this money.
These are 2 Wild Wild West groups that are operating independently, and poor Mr. Taylor suffered at least by something that was obviously completely unnecessary.
Prosecutor John Molinelli calls this case a bit bizarre. Complicated's more like it. It all began the morning of September 22nd at the Fort Lee Holiday Inn. Police are called there after a man is shot to death. The victim, David Taylor from Florida, was staying in room 227. His friend Anthony Plowden is in room 408.
We do know.
Yeah, so it was Anthony Plowden and Taylor were out there tricking, probably out of town on business or something. But yeah, they were out here tricking, ordered a couple prostitutes, and Taylor ended up not making it.
That they carried a lot of cash. They flashed a lot of cash. They did live the high life coming up here to New Jersey.
At the time of the shooting, both Plowden and Taylor each had a prostitute with them, Mike Castro and Giselle Nieves. The women were introduced to them by a third man, Julio Cruz. It's Cruz who hatches a plan, along with his friend Edward Blankeno, to rob Plowden and Taylor.
They asked Ms. Nieves and Ms. Castro to, quote, soften them up, as we use the phrase, to make them loose and to let their guard down, which would allow them to be robbed easily.
Meantime, another group of people had the same idea. It began when this woman, Gina Marie Conway, a prostitute who'd been with Plowden, told her boyfriend, Charlie Wingate, a.k.a. Max B, a rapper, about the men's money. Then Wingate reaches out to this man, Calvin Leardom.
He and Gina Marie.
So that Conway girl either has to be friends with the other 2 prostitutes or friends with one of the 2 guys that were going to set up the robbery to begin with. So somehow she catches word of it, and then she tells Max B, it sounds like. And that's when now they're saying Max B calls Lederman, and that's his stepbrother.
Conway go to the hotel room on that fateful morning of September 22nd, and he is the individual that fires the shot that kills Mr. Taylor.
And after Mr. Taylor was shot, Leardom and Conway took the valuables on him, some $800 along with the Rolex and some other items. They never found the $30,000. That money was hidden in the hotel room, but it was found by the Bergen County prosecutor.
Can you describe?
I wonder what those 2 guys were up from Florida doing in New Jersey, getting their party on with $30,000. And these dumbasses rob them and can't even find the $30,000. Like, fight or flight probably kicked in real quick right there. I mean, this whole thing just don't make sense. So obviously, that Conway girl is the mastermind behind it. They're trying to say Max B's the mastermind, but it sounds like that Conway girl was the mastermind, and she's the one that ended up telling on both of them, essentially.
Your ex-girlfriend testified on the case?
I can talk about the statement in general. The interesting thing I think about the statement, she gave a statement after she was arrested. She was arrested maybe 4 or 5 days after the actual murder occurred, and she gave a statement to the Bergen County Prosecutor's Office, some of the homicide detectives there. And the thing that rings the funniest in the statement to me when you read it, first of all, she admits in the statement itself, basically, that Charlie Wingate never received any proceeds for any type of robbery, any type of murder. She talks a lot about basically how she came to know the individual that she chose to go and rob. She talks about meeting him on the street corner in New York, basically getting picked up almost like a prostitute, it seems to me, going to a hotel room with the guy in New Jersey, going shopping with the guy. And then when she talks about the details of, in her statement, the details of what Max or Charlie's involvement was with the case, I was reading it before you guys came here today just to refresh my recollection, but the funny thing is she tells the police right during the statement itself that while Charlie was allegedly planning this robbery, which of course we deny, and we await the day in court when Charlie's finally vindicated and can really get on with his career and press on with his albums and things of that sort. She was high on ecstasy by her own admission. She was drinking Hennessy by her own admission. And it's funny how the police continue to question her about details, and she tries to go into details about what kind of conversations occurred, where they were, and at the same time telling the police that she had literally just dumped or taken ecstasy pills and that she was high and that she can't remember certain parts of the events that actually occurred. And then the police press her and keep pressing her and pressing her for details about what happened, which to me is in and of itself makes her statement unbelievable and disbelievable from that day, let alone anything she says from that day forward when she tries to cut a deal to save, from going to jail for life.
Damn, so kind of sounds like right there that Conway girl knew those guys before, and maybe she was the hooker they had the night before or something, because somehow she knew them and they were able to get there to him before the other guys got there. Imagine being the other guys showing up to come rob the guy and he's already dead, and they're like, what the hell? Like, how'd this happen? Yeah, but pretty much, I guess she got on the stand, told everything. I mean, she's the one that had to tell Max B what's going on. Max B probably took it from the range right there and was like, all right, we're going to do it like this, we're going to do it like that. And then I guess that's when they're saying he reached out to his brother to have him come and do it with her. She's high as a kite. She was there. She's telling on everybody, but then she can't remember nothing. And she got the lowest sentence out of everybody. So I guess it seems like, I guess what we don't know is who they arrested first out of all this. If Max B was never there and she was telling Max B about it, and Max B reached out to his brother, Pooh Sims, and then Pooh Sims showed up with Conway, the girl, to do it, and then Sims killed Taylor, and then Conway, the girl, and Sims burn rubber. I mean, I guess if that other guy was with that guy before, the one that survived, and he knew Conway was, then he was probably able to connect them through Conway. Or if they wanted to get in contact with the girl, they had to go through Max B, so maybe they had Max B's number. But it's kind of crazy. If that girl's gonna set this all up, and if she knows both these guys, and they go do it and only kill one, and then leave one surviving to point her out, I mean, that it just, like, nobody should die. But at that point, like, why are you gonna leave one witness? I mean, I don't really fully understand that. Yeah, let's just leave one witness. Yeah, a lot of this don't make sense, because they keep saying somewhere that Max B told in the beginning because they knew where to go find the girl. Well, that plan backfired on him, because if he told him where to go find the girl and then the girl told everything, got on the stand and told everything, like, that plan backfired. But I guess they say he didn't say where she really worked or whatever. I'm just curious, like, how'd they find Max B? The girl, I get it. If she's been working with him and kind of knows him, and then she does that shady shit, then for sure they're gonna know who she was. Maybe the camera had maybe the hotel had cameras. I don't know. But it's a trip. Back then in the mid 2000s, like, Holiday Inn was like the nice hotels, Ramada Inn, and then like late 2010s, there was this whole inflation of like high class hotels and nice ones, the Standard and all these boutique-ish style hotels. Because before that, like Holiday Inn, Ramada Inn, there was some classy hotels, but not like there is now, where they got all these different names and they're all decorated by artists and everything. But yeah, man, this case is a trip. A lot of it just don't make sense, and I'm sure the paperwork's not public over there. That Pooh Sims guy said he had paperwork. I Googled, I didn't find anything anywhere. I couldn't really find it, but it is kind of odd how Max B got his case dropped down from 75 years to 20 years, and then from 20 years, 12 years or something. All right, so Max B does an interview on the Danza Project, and that came out yesterday, so got the whole internet going nuts. Let's hear what Max B got to say, because it kind of sounds like he's sort of admitting to doing something. Let's get into it.
Right? November 9th is the date for you to get home.
Call them about the price. Call them about the price.
Yo, as this day gets closer, what we notice all throughout everything, you know, it's like the devil is trying to come in the way and hold you back from, you know, being the man that you intend to be. You know what I mean? It's almost like, how could we pull something else out of him to possibly get him to have a hiccup in his progress? There's been some people out here on some platforms trying to throw some mud on your name, alleging they got this and that. What is your thoughts on what you hear about that?
Listen, all I'm going to say is this. My case is sensitive. So the shit I did to get here, I'm going to tell y'all this. If I did jail, shit, I would hope for that I got less time than motherfucking 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So the rest of that, I'm gonna wait for the book. When the book drop, it's gonna have everything. Everybody got a set of facts now. Everybody got a set of facts.
Oh, so he's promoting a book. But I guess that's a good way to put it out there, because then you could cite everything, pictures, put everything right there. Because that's what I was thinking too. If Max B wasn't there, I mean, I guess the orchestrator does get a lot of time. But if he would have told, maybe he waited too long to tell. So that's why it's a little different. But you'd think if he told, he would just get immunity or a big reduction. Like, I could see maybe some laws changing, some stuff going different. Whoever's, you know, political, they got all kinds of like political reasoning. And when you get in that, it gets a little tricky. I mean, French Montana could have donated some money to the New York campaigns or whatever politician he needed to. They could have put some cash in the right areas, if you pick up what I'm putting down. But yeah, I mean, if he told, you would think he would get less time than what he got. I mean, the Lederman guy did it. He's charged with shooting the person. They know he shot the person. So, like, what else could he really tell them that they don't know already? That Conway girl told everything from the jump. I just don't know what Max B can really add to the story to get 50 years off. And I don't think this Pooh Sims guy is sending any paperwork to anybody. I Googled, I can't find it anywhere online. If that was out there, you'd think it'd be easy to find. It seems like maybe that Lederman dude is just mad, or Pooh Sims is just mad that Max B, you know, got French Montana, got money, got people paying for lawyers, and his lawyers are just constantly working, finding ways, laws change, this, that, whatever, and they're just putting in work. Lederman probably ain't got no funding behind him, really. And without the funding and paying lawyers to put the hours in, they're not really going to be able to find a way.
Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. The prosecutor got a set of facts, my co-defendant got a set of facts, and I got a set of facts. So everybody get their time. Just keep that in mind. All right, we all get a play. We all get a chance to score the ball.
Yeah,
Be
yeah.
patient.
I hear you. You now when
I waited for me this long. All that shit run with the movie. Mawa coming soon. The book. Tell all.
when is that dropping?
Soon. You know, after I come out, you know, I gotta make sure everything money can come in. But just be on the lookout for the Mawa. It's coming soon. It's coming soon.
Now, what do you think? Like
It's not just a book. I might attach fuck around and attach the album to it, something like that, some type of link for some type of musical design. Y'all heard it first from here, from the Max Bigger Bell, so don't bite my shit. What
are your plans when you get out to avoid all the bullshit?
I got a whole life to live, my nigga. I already gave back time on the 75 ball, my nigga. I did a dub and came back and got my shit on PCR. Fuck, I'm supposed to not cop out? So you telling me, niggas, if niggas had a chance to come back right now and cop out, they wouldn't cop out? Come on, my nigga. Because, you know, when you cop out, they make you do a statement version that ain't facts or whatever. That's part of the plea deal. That's why it's called a plea deal, my nigga. But I had to do 20 years to do that. So keep that in mind. That ain't no shit. I was out in a year. I did that in a year. Nah, I had to let niggas go through their process. Niggas blew, went through the whole 3-4 denials. Niggas done up. You I'm saying, then I found my shit and got relief. So if a some niggas want you to ride with them, you know, misery love company. Not on my watch. I got shit to do, my nigga. We ain't doing that.
I mean, it kind of sounds right there. I don't know if Max B was talking about himself going up parole or for the other guy going up for parole, Lederman. But he said he got denied a few times, and he was like, I waited for him to get denied. It don't seem like he's getting anywhere. I'm going to take the plea deal they're offering me. But it's just weird that the Lederman dude's already sentenced to 120 years for shooting Taylor and killing him. If Max B was to tell on him, what can he tell on him for? And then what new charges can they give to Lederman at this point in time? Like, was he never charged for the murder? I mean, you get 120 years, you got to be charged with murder, right? But then it also kind of sounds like Lederman might be upset that Max B ain't paying for whatever he needs to be paid for.
Yeah, I can't stay in here with these niggas, my nigga. I gotta come home and get rich.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. Yo, you speaking about pleasing your wife, right?
I mean, to me, it kind of sounds like Max B's lawyers found a way. I guess we got to wait for this book to come out and see if the tell-all is telling us everything. See if it's keeping 100% honest. But yeah, unless Pooh Sims sends that paperwork that he said he has from his appeal that Wack was saying was sealed, yeah, I say it's still up in the air. I don't see on black and white anywhere that Max B told. And then I'm curious, what new charges did Lederman get at this point? Because you're already convicted. How are they going to give you new charges? Unless it's about a whole completely different case. And now Max B's like, oh, I know something about something else that you never knew about. I'll give you that to try to get out. That could for sure be a possibility, but I don't know. I got a lot of questions. I got a lot of questions. If you guys know anything, let me know in the comments. Please like, subscribe, all that stuff. With that, I'm out of here. Late.